everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today we have a new Daddyphatsnaps rap. This is his All For One rap from My Hero Academia. It does not have a title, it just says All For One rap, so I don't know what to expect with this. Oftentimes, you can tell what DPS is probably going to aim for in some manner of capacity if he's actually got a catchy title to it, which he's been doing a lot lately, such as... You've got the Sun Wukong rap, which is called Black Myth. The Ben 10 rap, Ben 10. Maximum, what was it? Maximum Volume for the Deadpool rap. Who's Better for, or I guess Alien X was the Ben 10 one. But like, this is going to be interesting because there's no real way to tell what he's going to do here. But he's on a villain kick right now because the next one after this is Darth Vader, and then after that it's Dobby. So we're gonna be eating real good for a couple of DPS tracks. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing it, I will be talking about it. And without further ado, let's get started. I wouldn't expect... Normally he doesn't start the song off immediately, so that kind of took me by surprise a little bit, with him just like putting the track right at the beginning before you get to this part.
I've always been 2 steps ahead of you. So why would this be any different?
Every quirk in the dictionary, every villain pre-me is preliminary. If you line a headshot like it's surely temple, cause you don't kill me, I'ma split your cherry. Say my name one time, I'm the instant Mary. 2020 on me, I'm a visionary. No, you couldn't see it coming, that's why visions vary. Cause I had it drawn out like it's Pictionary, bitch guess. Trick busy playing checkers, this chess. You ain't kill 'em all, bitch yes. Tell me what you running from, success. Move like your catalog, hit less. Preparation can't help with the depths of Satan. When there's power, then instantation. When there's power, there's me. And anybody making exclaims get hit with the exclamation. You sending one, I send you none. You sending two, I send you one. They said the truth, they said the message. Next one, they said is you. You empty, click the empty boot, the step is two.
Hold on. I don't think I know exactly how I should describe how I'm feeling right now, because I'm not sure words alone do it justice. Because I did not expect that flip. I'm rewinding it a little bit because, like, I was vibing with the opening part of the lyrics. I feel like All For One just punched me in the face with that giant ass hand that he uses against All Might in their fight that ultimately ends up being All Might's last fight as of season 3. Like, I was so invested in the way he was doing that, and then all of a sudden he flips the rhyme scheme to something that I was having trouble following, to be perfectly honest, which is the reason why I'm rewinding it all the way back, because I don't know where that rhyme scheme flipped into. I don't know where it starts. So I'm just gonna restart the entire lyrical section so that way I'm better prepared for that, because what the hell was that?
Every quirk in the dictionary, every villain pre-me is preliminary. If you line a headshot like it's surely temple, cause you don't kill me, I'ma split your cherry. Say my name one time, I'm the instant Mary. 2020 on me, I'm a visionary. No, you couldn't see it coming, that's why visions vary. Cause I had it drawn out like it's Pictionary, bitch guess. Trick busy playing checkers, this chess. You ain't kill 'em all, bitch yes. Tell me what you running from, success. Move like your catalog, hit less. Preparation can't help with the depths of Satan. When there's power, then instantation. When there's power, there's me. And anybody making exclaims get hit with the exclamation.
Okay, I understand it a little bit better. That flip was fire. What I was expecting was more along the lines of what he has done with his what is it, the Homelander songs, his Homelander raps. And I think that was my mistake, because this actually, not necessarily in any way, shape, or form, structurally or stylistically or whatnot, but like just the way that it is flipped now 3 different times in the rhyme scheme, it reminds me of his Ben 10 song, which has 10 different flips in it. It has 10 different points where the flow flips and the rap changes. And I didn't know that until someone pointed it out, and I'm like, that's clever. That's really clever. That's what that reminds me of right here, is that like the flow has already flipped 3 times in this rap, and the rap is only less than a minute in. So I think that's the reason why I was getting confused, because I was following along with it, and then it flipped, and then I was following along with the new flip, and then it flipped again, and I was taken by surprise because I wasn't prepared for that. This is now like the 4th or 5th song that DPS has done that to, in recent memory, within like the last like 6 or 7 months. So obviously this is becoming a trend, and I need to get on board with it. So I'm going to endeavor to do just a little bit more than that. I didn't mean to make that pun, but I'm going to try to get on board a little bit more with the changes to the rhyme schemes, because it genuinely just took me by surprise again and again, and I got lost. So, okay, we're focused, we're locked in, it'll be better now.
You sending one, I send you none. You said it two, I said you one. They said the truth, they said the message. Next one, they said is you. You empty, click the empty boot. The step is 2 ahead of you, ahead of him, ahead of them. Whoever's left to test the brew, assess and move, possess some true. I need it bad, but one left hook, so left the room. Feeling like Shane soon, so clean plate. I don't waste food, hell breaking. I came with escape route. Saw a boy want a dirty of a suede shoes. Talk about make do, better make dues. Talking back, I'ma send you up to Jesus on God. Or I could erase you, no problem. Now you wanna say true, so nah. We tearing the.
Okay, before, I'm imagining we're about to get into the hook based on the time and the way that last verse ended. Now we've flipped, I think, 4 or 5 times in this song, and every single one sounds effortless. Every single one sounds like DPS knew exactly what it was doing. He knew exactly how to do it, and that he made it seem like it was just, that was just the way it was meant to be. Which is something that he's just really good at. Like, he's just really, really good at being able to make things sound so smooth and effortless, and it is a testament to his skills as a rapper and as a production artist, because to create an instrumental where you can have multiple flows, but the instrumental itself remains mostly the same is really, really, I would imagine it would be really hard, honestly. I find that to be very impressive. The production belongs to Anyway Well on beats, musicality, longest solo ever, and DPS himself. So this is also one of the few that I was about to say that Jupe hasn't worked on for DPS, but now that I think about it, I don't know if Jupe is normally DPS's video editor. But yeah, you've got 4 people working on this beat, and it shows that all 4 of them knew knew the assignment and knew what they were going to do. And considering that DPS himself is on it, I imagine that DPS probably was like, okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna drop them on their head. I'm gonna drop them on their head again. I'm gonna drop them on their head a 3rd time, and then a 4th time, and a 5th time. So we need to create something that actually, and I'm gonna do that all before the chorus, all before the hook. So we need to create something that like can handle that. And it seems like they knew exactly what to do. Because I, at least, maybe it's because I'm focusing too much on the lyrics, but I haven't noticed the instrumental change that much from the very beginning. And the instrumental is both very high energy and also a little unsettling. Like, I would imagine that this is a remix to a horror film, like, track or something like that. Like, the way that it sounds like it's like a synthetic remix to something like, I don't know, like Michael Myers or something like that. Something similar to what DPS did last Halloween for his Michael Myers rap. That's what this reminds me of is that the instrumental, it just feels like it's got like a horror movie villain vibe to it, which fits All For One, let's be honest. But like it's also capable of handling all of these flow changes. So yeah, again, like I said, to be able to craft something like that shows your skill, and to have 4 people working on it at once, that shows like a lot of trust in each other's like musical crafting ability. Because I can imagine that the more people you work on it, the more cooks that are in the kitchen, the harder it is to actually like move around and make things sound interesting. But they've done it.
On God, boy, I could erase you, no problem. Now you wanna say true, so nah. We tearing the roof on this bitch. Yeah, ain't nobody do it like this. Whoa. The villains that showed up. You know how I move with the click. Yeah, ain't nothing to prove to you kids. Yeah, they tell me to move, I slid. Whoa. They thought that they killed me, but hold up. Say, fucker, you talk about bitches, I know it ain't me. I know it ain't me.
I love how DPS has managed to like use like all those sound effects and the record scratching and whatnot to really give us something auditorily interesting, to also give him a chance to catch his breath so he can go into the next verse. Like that was very, very well done. Most of the time when you hear a hook or a chorus, you expect the chorus or the hook to just go the entire time. So it actually felt very refreshing to have a hook that was just a couple of lines and then a whole bunch of like really interesting and auditorily pleasing sound effects. That was clever.
Bitch, who you talking to? Had a plan, but I'm quick with the audible. Talking loud, but I'm here, you ain't audible. Now you scared of rebuttals, I'm about to do. No more sessions, no classes, no honor roll. Think there's honor in death, I'm an honor bro. All he wanted was doing the right thing. Got him right, now we left with a lot of holes. Got him dreaming, they wanted me the number 1 hero to the one, and they fighting me. Then they want number 2, but remember, when I am done with number 1, guess what I'ma be? Now you think of the 3, but if anyone up in the building can turn this a life you leave. I'm not killing the people, I'm killing the simple assassins. I'm killing the life you lead. Always live with a demon, I feed it. Go ahead, give me a need to release it. I just raise up the hand and they feel like they fans when I land on they block and they screaming. Know that saying can't beat them, you join them. Well, I let them join up and I beat them. If they save me the time and the mileage of fire, 2 birds in the stone, and I yeet it, I yeet it, I yeet it. I've been with them boys, I collected the villains. They say
I don't quite know why they spelled yeet Y-E-A-T instead of Y-E-E-T. I'm not sure if that has a different meaning and he's using that, you know, as a pun, but that was the first thing that came to mind as soon as I saw that on the video. So if anyone has an answer for me as to whether or not Y-E-A-T is different than Y-E-E-T, I would love to know, because that's going to live rent-free in my head until I find out. Because it could have just been a typo, but it happened so many times in quick succession that I'm not sure.
I've been with them boys, I collected the villains. They sending the best of the best, and I killed them. They scrapped to the dogs, I fed all of my children. You better say, oh, put your chest when I peel up. One for all, or not a one. A father figure, all for son. All for what? All for what? You fight and die, and all for what? You feel that your body is leaving your quirk. You ain't know how to cook it. No season, it's burnt. Let it off at the leash while you leave it. The thirst, no, it's glad that I stole it. I seasoned, I murk. All it took was the will. Now your will, when they read it. I said it, my words, and they still wouldn't dead. I'm just pointing the finger. I ate it up better. You know I'm the boss, because I still get the credit. Fire the clip on my haters, unleaded, and still I ain't give a percentage. With bodies on hand, I might give out incentives. I'll reach in your body to build my appendix. Reach for the point and you leave independence. This end to get murdered won't be an attempt of humanity. Said what I said and I mentioned. If hell was on earth, well, then I represent it. We tearing the roof on this bitch. Can't nobody.
If this is how all of his raps are going to be, I am stupidly excited for what he's going to do with the Darth Vader rap. And of course, we all remember his Fallen rap for Dobby with McGuire that came out 2 years ago, I think. 3 years ago? I forget exactly when Fallen came out. But I know that McGuire already asked if he needed help with the hook. So we might be getting Fallen Part 2, which has me stupidly excited, because that is probably, that's easily in my top 3, if not my top 3, to my top 5 favorite Dobby songs. is Fallen. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way about that. So if we're getting a Fallen part 2, essentially, then McGuire is going to, he might make me actually cry. Excuse me. I was going to say cry at his choir part is what I was trying to say. Because he is, if you listen to Fallen, like the emotional resonance in McGuire's choir part is like palpable. So he might actually bring me to tears this time if he's back on that. But again, it makes me curious and makes me wonder and makes me excited for what DPS is doing with Darth Vader. He's done a Darth Vader rap ages ago, like probably pre-pandemic. So we're probably talking about like 2019, I think. And it was okay. It was back at like the super early days of DPS. Definitely nowhere near the level that he's at now. Like if that was like the basement floor, he is already up on the 132nd floor of the skyscraper. So I don't really know what to expect with the Darth Vader rap, because like we haven't heard what he's capable of doing a Star Wars song with the new techniques and the new equipment that he has now. But if it's anything like this, then we are in for one of the wildest rides that I can imagine.
I said it, I bet that if hell was on earth, well, then I represent it. We tearing the roof on this bitch. Can't nobody do it like this. The villains that showed up. You know how I move with the click. Ain't nothing to prove to you kids. They tell me to move, I slid. They thought that they killed me, but hold up. Say, fucker, you talk about bitches, I know it ain't me. I know it ain't me.
I like the way that ended. That was awesome. That was absolutely insane. I cannot wait to see what he has in store for us in just a couple weeks with Darth Vader, and a few weeks longer than that with Dobby. Now, as a Darth Vader fanatic, I am excited for the Darth Vader rap, but knowing what he's done with Dobby in the past, I have to say I'm actually really, really intrigued and excited for Dobby a little bit more than Vader. I guess mainly because of the fact that like I loved how Divide covered Vader, but I can't really imagine a Darth Vader rap with DPS's present style, so I am excited to see it, but it's harder for me to envision. Whereas with Dobby, we've had two prior DPS Dobby raps, which I listened to both to this day. They're both fantastic. Of course, Fallen, like I said, is in my top 3 to top 5 best songs for Dobby. But we've heard DPS with Dobby before. We know what he can do. And I'm just curious to see exactly how he's going to approach it. But Vader is going to be interesting, because that is almost it's like, when I think about that, the idea of rapping about Darth Vader just doesn't compute to me. So I can't wait for that to come out, because it's going to be an experience and a half. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Mark Alpha 12, and I will see you in the next video.